Since her lavish lifestyle was threatened, Sharina Hudson has been pretty angry and even threw shade at Wendy Williams on her Instagram. But it feels like she realized that her pathetic accusations didn't work and changed her tactics. Sources close to Wendy revealed that Sharina reached out to Wendy in the hope to make peace and bury the hatchet once and for all. But the former TV host is confident that it's not the peace that Sharina seeks, but her money. Hi everyone and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. We keep our eyes on the most scandalous events in the lives of your favorite celebrities and always bring you the hottest updates. So it feels like Sharina Hudson finally realized that threatening Wendy Williams with lawsuits won't improve her financial situation. But if you think that her fight for Wendy's millions is over, here's the most dramatic update on this story. As sources close to Wendy Williams state, Sharina suddenly changed her attitude and even reached out to Mrs. Williams with a request to bury the hatchet. But will Wendy fall into this trap and reconcile with this family of scavengers? Stay with us until the end of this video so you won't miss any detail. Sharina Hudson must have thought that hooking up with Wendy's husband, Kevin Hunter, is like winning the lottery. That girl hoped that money would never be a problem for her and that she didn't have to work another day. Because, come on, Wendy Williams could be on TV every day while Sharina would be spending her millions on designer bags and fancy restaurants. But tables have turned so fast that now Sharina and Kevin are going through really rough times and basically scrapping every coin together to cover holes in their family budget. And it looks like Sharina cannot rely on Kevin anymore because the word is on the street that she reached out to Wendy herself in the hope to find an amicable solution. But it doesn't seem that Wendy wants to do anything with this girl anymore because she is convinced that Sharina is just trying to get her dirty hands into Wendy's pockets full of money. And that may be true because ever since she filed for divorce, Wendy has been pretty open about her husband's double life. She exposed him spending her riches on his longtime mistress, Sharina Hudson, buying her designer bags, luxury cars from limited series, expensive jewelry, and other gifts. And as this wasn't enough to satisfy Sharina's greed, Kevin used Wendy's money to buy his mistress a $750,000 worth house just a few miles away from his family home. And Sharina has been residing there like a queen, scrolling through Chanel catalogs and choosing a fancy place to dine with her lover. Well, we completely understand Wendy's anger and her desire to cut these leeches off once and for all. Knowing about the ongoing affair between Sharina and Kevin, she never said a word of protest and allowed them to continue stealing from her for years. And the worst part was that Sharina didn't have any illusions about where all this money was coming from, but still had the nerve to demand more. As if Golden Ferrari was not enough, she later tried to play a businesswoman, but of course, with no degree and real effort to find funds for her business ideas, she was again using Wendy's money for it. Massage therapy, clothing brand, vegan restaurant, all have miserably failed. But do you think Sharina ever cared? For her, it was all just a game since she didn't have to get up early in the morning to earn this money. So this girl always treated Mrs. Williams as a workhorse for 15 years, and now she expects a bit of sympathy from her? Apparently, Sharina believed that Wendy would be sponsoring her for the rest of her life and didn't save a single coin for a rainy day. She openly enjoyed her new life as the main boo in Kevin Hunter's life after Wendy had filed for divorce and didn't expect this fairy tale to ever end. That was her ultimate dream, to have Kevin Hunter all to herself and keep milking Wendy's account. Well, it all seemed to work well for her until the day Wendy suddenly stopped paying this couple of leeches because her show had been canceled and she had been placed under financial guardianship. And this was the moment when Sharina showed her true colors. But since it wasn't her place to officially demand anything from Wendy, she used Kevin as a tool. Sharina made him invent some sob story about being broke and not being able to pay his bills so Wendy would pity him. Well, it didn't work, and Sharina's actions became more aggressive. Nudged by his mistress, Kevin found the reporter who wanted to listen to his side of the story and stated, "As the husband for 20 plus years and the creator of the Wendy Williams show, I was entitled to my half of everything that we had just like any other couple divorcing. I went to the table in good faith and we reached what I thought was an amicable divorce. In fact, it was one of the fastest celebrity divorces ever." Apparently, Kevin became so self-confident that he even took all credit for the success of the Wendy Williams show and said that he would be fighting for every single dime Wendy owes him. In this interview, he said, "At the end of the day, I earned that money, and I'm not letting them take it from either one of us." But even the court wasn't on their side because the judge denied Kevin's petition to resume alimony payments. But we learned enough about Sharina's audacity to believe that would give up and start making a CV. Since the threats didn't work and they also lost in court, Sharinas' new strategy is to make peace with Wendy and extort cash from her by gaining her sympathy and pity. At least, this is what sources say. And the worst part of the story is that Sharina is ready to use her own daughter as a bargaining chip. If you remember, Kevin and Sharina welcomed a baby girl a few years ago, and this pregnancy was the reason why Ms. Williams was so adamant to file for divorce. In her own words, Wendy could tolerate her husband's love affair, but the idea of living with the person who made his mistress pregnant was too much for the former TV host. As Wendy stated in her interview, explaining her decision to file for divorce, infidelity is one thing. A full baby is a whole other topic. Even knowing how painful this topic is for Mrs. Williams, Sharina made her last attempt to get some cash. Rumors say that she contacted Wendy and tried to trip her into paying them alimony, saying that her child is suffering as well. Apparently, Sharina tried to hint that this girl Journey and Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., are related, so somehow, in Sharina's opinion, Wendy is obliged to equally take care of all Hunter's kids. Well, if there was an award for the most audacious person of the year, it would have been given to Sharina Hudson. Luckily, Wendy wasn't moved by this speech because she knows that everything Sharina does is just to get more money for herself. Fans find Sharina's actions despicable. One fan wrote, "That other woman has no self-respect. She has the nerve to even say a word. If I were her, I will shut my mouth. They're so embarrassing." And another person added, "Imagine the audacity of a woman who expects the woman whose husband you stole should financial provide for you and your spawn. This woman is disgusting. Girl, get up and get a job." Apparently, there's no one who supports Sharina because no matter what she does, Wendy's fans keep roasting her on social media. Here's what one person wrote. "Someone give Sharina and Kevin a quarter so they can call someone who cares because it ain't us." And even more, people are outraged that Sharina dares to involve a child in this mess. There's probably zero chance that Wendy would fall for this trick and rush to the bank to resume payments. She had enough of Sharina's shameless behavior and has better things to do than to take care of another woman's child. So it may seem that Kevin and Sharina better get real jobs soon or their situation is going to get even worse. What do you think about this? Share your opinion in the comments below. We are eager to know what you're thinking. And as always, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back very soon with the updates on this drama.